R&R Racewear, your source to all custom racewear apparel needs, and home to iRacing apparel. Check it out today at rnrracewear.com.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full-service in-house brokerage, drop-lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics, LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC Series, Kyle Steffens, UMP Modified and Silver Crown driver, and Gordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws late model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net or find us on Facebook. Checkered flag. Contact and Brian Rose wins it. A photo finish at the line. Oh, we got a wreck. Will Hewitt's through the trial for the final time, and oh, they're wrecking. Big trouble. Vincent Short sneaks through, and I think Short... Opened in 2000, Kentucky Speedway made its debut on the NASCAR Truck Series, ARCA Menard Series, and IndyCar Series schedules the same year. The 1.5-mile tri-oval played host to multiple NASCAR events each season before finally breaking into the Cup Series calendar in 2011. In 2016, the track was resurfaced and reconfigured, adjusting the banking from 14 degrees to 17 degrees in turns 1 and 2, and narrowing the track to give cars leaving pit road a wider exit. The new pavement was artificially aged by 5 years to give the track some character, and safer barriers were added to the remaining parts of the outside wall that didn't already have them. Martin Truex Jr. set the qualifying record on the new configuration back in 2017 as drivers topped the 190-mile-per-hour mark for the first time. Tonight, it's the IROC Challenge Series, race number 7, and it's next on HBR TV. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sparta, Kentucky, the virtual Kentucky Speedway for round number 7. The IROC Challenge Series going to be 120-lap race distance here tonight. Looking at the weather, a little overcast here today. Noontime race start, 83-degree ambient temperature, 32% humidity, 7-mile-per-hour breeze, track temperature of 103 degrees Fahrenheit currently. The post-qualifying warm-up just about wrapped up. About 2 minutes, a little bit less remaining in the session. Let's go trackside to see where everyone's stacking out. As far as their quick times go, Aaron Smith, the fastest thus far. Mike McDonald, Mike Cook, the top 3. Then it's Neil Quick, Brian McCann, your top 5. We got Jerry Krause in the stream chat. Boogity boogity, let's go racing. You forgot boys, but that's okay. We'll let it go. Jerry, thanks for stepping into the stream chat here. Again, just about 60 seconds remain in the session. We'll get right into our starting grid, and green flag coming soon. Some drivers pointing at the 2 of Neil Quick to be the fast driver here tonight. We'll see if that comes to fruition, as you may have heard it called. Yes, I meant fruition. Brandon Mefford now 5th Quick in the session. So Smith, McDonald, Cook, Quick. Not Cook Quick, but the 00 of Mike Cook. And then Brandon Mefford in the 83. So black and red flags on the session. That's going to wrap up the warm-up. One of the few leagues that we broadcast for that does a warm-up. Get everybody acclimated to race conditions. With that said, let's jump right into the starting lineup, the starting grid for tonight's race here at Kentucky Speedway. On the pole position, to no one's surprise, with a lap time of 30.566. And the number 70, Satellite Racing Team driver, it's Aaron Smith. Outside front row, it's Jaden Hopp. Missed it by almost 2/10. Still a good lap. It's going to start outside front row. Row number 2, it's the 83 of Brandon Mefford. In the 3rd position, Neil Quick will roll from P4. Mike McDonald starts 5th. Brian McCann will roll from the 6th position. Rick Kelly with Chaos Motorsports. He'll start 7th. William Tyndall, the number 62, he'll roll from the 8th spot. Starting 9th, Garrett Johnston. Starting 10th, Jason Nilgis. Trevor Quick in the number 5, he'll start 11th. John Osborne in the number 44. He's shown a lot of pace here this season already. He'll start 12th. Jeff No rolls 13th. Adam Johnson, 14th. Doug Wysocki will start from the 15th spot. 16th goes to Cook Quick. Yes, that is really Cook Quick, not Cook then Quick. Well, if you were here at the beginning, you got it. Larry Bruner starts 17th. Mike Cook starts 18th. Stan Carnathan 19th. Matt Kopp with Ellswick Esports, he'll start 20th. And Chris Wally in the number 51, he'll start 21st on the grid here today. Field rolling on a pit lane here to start their first of, well, one pace lap. Big enough racetrack here at Kentucky Speedway. We're not working on a short track, so only one lap unless they extend it, which has been known to happen. Let's see, I got Cody Dean in the stream chat, says Fox could learn a thing or two from these broadcasts. I don't know about that, but appreciate the kind words. Jerry Krause back in the chat. Let's go, Jay. Jaden Hopp, I'm assuming, in the 4. Field starting to form up 2 by 2. Aaron Smith on the inside, the number 70, that white, yellow, and pink machine on the bottom. Up top, it's the 4 of Hopp. And Mefford and Quick. Pace car pulls off the speedway into pit lane. Barney the flagman with the green in hand, waiting to start waving this thing. Field into the restart zone, or in this case, the start zone, and there it goes. Green flag in the air from Kentucky. First lap in the books. Aaron Smith's going to lead them back to the stripe. Lead lap number 1. Brandon Mefford has jumped into the 2nd spot. Braden Hopp has slipped back to 3rd. Brian McCann up 2 spots in 4th, and William Tyndall up 3 in 5th. On board with Aaron Smith. Already saving fuel. Listen to that car just in the clutch. Down into turn 3. Actually, I think they're running on Generals here. Well, maybe not. Could be Goodyear tires. Cody Dean asking in the stream chat, what's the virtual tire of choice here tonight? Goodyear, Hoosier, or McQuarrie? Carlo on the bottom, the 51 of Chris Wally having some trouble. Slides up the racetrack in front of the field. Does everybody get through? Lock it down, Chris. 22 trying to keep it out of the door. Everybody, I think, gets through. Man, oh man, that was a close one. We saw Chris there on the apron of the racetrack trying to gather it up. May have overcorrected and gets it back up the racetrack. And again, Cody Dean in the stream chat. To answer your question, it's none of those three. It's actually the General tire, which, okay, you're half right. That's technically a Hoosier, but I find that interesting because this is technically the Gen 4 iteration of the Cup car. So that's something iRacing should pay attention to and correct that. Make these cars running on Goodyears instead of those Generals. Wally's still sitting there at the bottom of the racetrack. Don't know if he had an issue with his hardware back in the race room. Let's get a look at it, see what happened to the 51. See, he's on the bottom. I don't know if he started from the pits. He's got the power down, slides up the racetrack. Great job by these guys trying to avoid just that parked car there in the middle of the groove off turn 2. Some drivers already hitting pit lane here. Again, early enough that you can kind of afford to give up some track position. Again, the fuel load not at 100%. I believe they're at 65% maximum capacity. So fuel going to be a concern for all of these drivers tonight. That is correct, 65% fuel load. 2 change sets over the wall here tonight, so 3 sets complete. If you count the set they start the race on. So Brandon Mefford's going to inherit the top spot here with Aaron Smith and some others hitting pit lane here on this first caution. Pace car lights still on, so we should be getting the one to go, I believe, the next time by. So with all that said, we're going to jump out and get a couple of quick breaks. Well, really one break, but a couple of spots out of the way here. We'll be back after this. Stay with us.
R&R Racewear, your source to all custom racewear apparel needs, and home to iRacing apparel. Check it out today at rnrracewear.com.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full-service in-house brokerage, drop lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC Series, Kyle Steffens UMP Modified and Silver Crown Driver, and Gordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws late model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net or find us on Facebook. Checkered flag. Contact and Brian Rose wins it. A photo finish at the line. Oh, we got a wreck. Will Hewitt's through the trial for the final time, and oh, they're wrecking. Big trouble. Vincent Short sneaks through, and I think Short... Back at Kentucky Speedway, wrapping up our first caution. Not quite to the one to go yet. Expect to get it this time by. And there you see it. Pace car lights are now off. So yes, next time by, be lap 8, we'll get the restart. It's going to be Brandon Mefford, Jaden Hopp. Your front row, Brian McCann, the 62 of William Tyndall. And then Rick Kelly, 5th spot, Jason Nilgis, Trevor Quick, Jeff No, John Osborne, Aaron Smith, your top 10. Remember, Aaron Smith made a pit stop here for at least fuel. certainly didn't take tires. Looks like Aaron Smith back all the way from the 10th spot there into the 18th position, all taking fuel on that cycle. Not much of a cycle, but trying to top off the tanks, whether it be for handling or just conservation. You heard on lap 2, Aaron Smith was already lifting and coasting into turns 1 and 3. Pace car pulls off.
Green flag.
Green flag back in the air. Brandon Mefford out to the early advantage down into turn 1. Mefford with a narrow lead over Brian McCann as he jumps into the 2nd spot. Hop now back to P3. Tyndall 4th. Nile just 5th. Top 500 blanket on the turn number 2 or 4. They all look the same. Sorry, guys. Back to the line. Mefford still with the race lead. Brandon Boston in the stream chat. Why? Because he talks about all the brands. I don't follow you. Battle for the lead here. Mefford under attack from Brian McCann. Back to the tri-oval. Mefford maintains the spot. McCann was able to drive it down into turn 3, get alongside the 83. Still maintains that position. Drives it in deep once again down to turn number 1. Left side's almost on that yellow line. Mefford may give it up here on a turn number 2. So Brian McCann takes the lead away at the stripe. New leader, Brian McCann. See if Mefford tries to take it back. Apologies, folks. Looks like the system has decided to reload all the paints on its own. Hopefully it'll come back and distinguish who is who a little better. Front of the field here, things a little jumbled up. Brian McCann now in a black number 3, which I'm sure he's cool with, and it fixes itself. There you go. Battle for the lead still underway here. Mefford to the outside of Brian McCann out of turn number 2. Remember, McCann took the spot away just a couple of laps ago. Mefford is regrouped, back on the attack, trying to take it away on the high side. McCann was able to get it done down low. Jerry Krause back in the stream chat. Find your line, kid. You got this. Talking about the 4 of Jaden Hop. Still running P3. And let's listen again. Already driver saving fuel again. We heard that after lap 2 initially. Cody Dean, paint pandemonium. We got her fixed. It's fine. Battle for the 3rd spot. Jaden Hop under fire. Jason Nile just goes to the inside, takes the position. Hop battling back on the high side. Bit of a run out of turn 4. Maintains the position for now, but still not clear. It's also allowed Bill Tyndall to close the gap. He's under attack as well. Still the battle for the lead, hot and heavy. McCann has it for the moment. Mefford still trying to fight back up top. Something we see week in and week out here in this IROC Challenge Series is drivers, well, if they're out towards the front and they're under attack early, they still usually spend the time and effort to fight back and maintain that top spot. The drawback is, as we said, they've only got 2 sets of tires over the wall. I know we're only a 120 lap race, but if the cautions don't fall as they need to, you could be scratching your head wondering, how did I burn up my tires later on in this race? Continue to watch, though, side by side for the lead. Jaden Hopp also back in third. He's taking it back from Tyndall. Still an unbelievable battle here at the front of the field. Effort gets it done on the outside. Effort a late turn in. I don't know if that was a mistake or that's just the line he's running. It seems to be his line. It's working out for the time being. Oh, car in the wall. Tyndall up the racetrack, scrapes the right side of the safer barrier. Tyndall keeps his foot in it, doesn't lose any positions, just a little bit of track position on the third place machine of Jaden Hopp. He is now under fire, though, from the 88 of Jason Nilges. A little bit of right side damage on that number 62 machine. Nothing that won't buff out. Trevor Quick in the 5, running in the 6th position. He's up 5 spots. Starting to close the gap on Jason Nilges. We'll see if he can put that machine into a position to take that 5th spot away. Back out front, the battle for the lead heating back up. Mefford still has it, but McCann wants to go back around. Just about a 10th off the back bumper of the 83. Mefford, a big wiggle on a turn number 4. Mefford slides up the track, keeps it out of the fence, but it's going to open the door for Brian McCann. He's alongside here now, down into turn number 1. 188 miles an hour down into turn 1. Side by side for the race lead here at Kentucky. They're having has allowed Jaden Hopp to close the gap. We're going to have a 3-car battle for the top spot here any minute. Gotta check out Aaron Smith. Remember, he restarted back in the 10th position, taking care of his equipment, I'm sure. He did make the opportunity there, lap 4, to hit the pit lane for fuel, top things off, just get a little bit more into it. He knows he's got the pace. He's got a handful of wins on the season already. We're only here at race number 7. Let's ride on board with Aaron Smith. See if he's starting to save fuel again. So it seems like he's not saving fuel at the moment. He might be a little ginger into the corner, maybe lift a little bit early. He's not pushing the clutch in and letting that car coast like he was earlier. Remember, he did pit at lap 4, topped off the fuel, kind of assuring him enough fuel to get to the stage. McCann still your race leader over the 83 of Brandon Mefford. Now about a quarter second. Battle for position just ahead of Aaron Smith. Jason Nile just attacking Tyndall for the 4th spot. Nile just a little loose on entry, still able to maintain the gap to about a car length. A little wiggle for the 62 out of turn 4. Aaron Smith's going to take advantage of both of these drivers, it looks like. Nile just goes to the apron, loses the spot. Now Aaron Smith up into P5. Tyndall drives it in a little bit deeper than Aaron Smith, but Aaron's back to the power sooner. That's how it works. Aaron Smith alongside here on the main straightaway. Meanwhile, we got a change for the lead once again. Brandon Mefford has exchanged it back with Brian McCann. Remember, McCann was out front by about a quarter second over Mefford. Mefford now has battled back to take the spot back away. Jayden Hopp unable to take advantage of these two battling just yet, other than the fact he is able to close in on the second place machine, be it Brian McCann or Mefford. It doesn't seem to make much of a difference. Back to the point. About 2 car lengths back to Brian McCann now. Field is pretty well strung out at this point, even 30 laps in. Remember, we did have a caution at lap 4. McCann looking to the inside another time here. Mefford up the racetrack. McCann hard left. Thought he was going to bring it down to the apron of the racetrack. Stays up on the banking in the tri-oval alongside, but the caution is out. McCann trying to make a last-ditch effort for the stage win. I don't know if he got there or not. We'll see in just a moment. Looks like Mefford did win it. Brandon Mefford looks like our stage winner. You guys might be hearing it in the background too, these drivers dumping the clutch and coasting these race cars again, saving fuel at every opportunity that they have, especially those that didn't make that pit stop at lap 4. Highest finisher for the stage for those that did hit pit lane for fuel was Aaron Smith. He made his way from 10th up to P4. So field going to roll off the banking here, counter the attention of their crews. Still curious if we're going to see any actual tire changes, at least on this round of stops. I'm going to say probably not. Could be wrong, but we'll see. Mefford in the pit box. Right side tire change for Brandon Mefford. Again, only 30 laps in, not even really. We had a caution real early in this. He's going to have to make this tire set last a while. Jaden Hopp down and away. 4 tire change for Brandon Mefford. The pit stop's complete here at Kentucky Speedway. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
I met Marcos Garza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full-service in-house brokerage, drop-lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics, LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC Series, Kyle Steffens UMP Modified in Silver Crown Driver, and Gordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws Late Model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net or find us on Facebook.
R&R Racewear, your source to all custom racewear apparel needs, and home to iRacing apparel. Check it out today at rnrracewear.com.
Back at Kentucky Speedway, wrapping up caution number 2. Ryan McCann, Aaron Smith back to the front row here. Pace car is going to pull off. Looks like everybody within the top 4 opted maybe for just fuel only. Brandon Mefford, though, 15-second stop. That's going to be tires and fuel. We'll have to watch the 83, see if that's a big difference. Green flag back in the air. Brian McCann gets the jump over Aaron Smith. Aaron Smith, a good response. He's going to tuck back in behind. McDonald making some moves to the outside, trying to build a run and make up some spots here. He's to the outside of Nile just now, gets alongside the 62 of Bill Tyndall. Across the stripe. McDonald might have the spot, not quite clear, and he gets the wall. That's going to cost him big. Down into turns 1 and 2, scrapes the right side. He had a couple of spots made up. Not anymore. He's going to lose a couple more in addition. Looks like the 5. Trevor Quick attacking now, trying to take advantage of that mistake. And just like that, Brandon Mefford up into the 2nd spot. Remember, 4 fresh tires underneath number 83 machine. Just like that, Mefford goes round the outside of Brian McCann here, lap 38. He's going to be our new leader at the stripe. Mefford back to the point. Now he's just got to nurse these tires as long as possible, knowing he's only got 1 more set left over the wall to make it the rest of this race. Mefford driving away here, 1.25 seconds the advantage over Brian McCann. Again, that is starting to show it. We talked about it. What's the difference going to be? Well, there you see it. Last lap for Mefford at 31.42. Brian McCann on the older tires at 32.20, almost a full second. Big jumble of cars back here. Jason Nile just in the 8th spot. McDonald going to the outside again, trying to make up those positions after some wall contact. To the outside, Garrett Johnson in the 32 tries to go up the racetrack. We're going to go 3 wide here for a moment. Garrett jumps to the bottom, goes behind the 62. McDonald takes the spot. Now he's attacking Tyndall for the position. This is all now for the 5th spot. Again, McDonald has really battled back here after that contact with the wall. Almost gets into the right door of the 62 on corner exit. McDonald gets around Tyndall as well, puts himself up into the 5th position. That's where he started here today. I want to talk about Mike Cook so far. He's our biggest mover of the race. I guess you could call it a good candidate for the Hard Charger Award. Mike up into the 8th position, started 18th here today. In a bit of a hornet's nest here with the 82 and the 88 attacking. Not sure which lane to block, but he's also trying to get around the 32 of Garrett Johnston. Mike Cook now up into the 7th spot, up 11. Johnston tucks in between. Now I gotta watch Tyndall here. He may be next on the chopping block. He's got some advantage for the time being. Cook's got his hands full with the drivers that are trying to take the positions back. Didn't take long. Mike Cook right there on the back bumper. Maintains his race lead now over Brian McCann. It's 6 full seconds here, lap 45. Again, it's not just that Brandon's that much faster. He is quick for sure, worthy of being out there in the front of this field, but he does have new tires compared to everybody else. 6.5 seconds now, the race lead from Effort. As we continue to watch Tyndall and Mike Cook. Tyndall is able to drive away just a bit, a few car lengths the advantage. Oh, car in the wall. I think it might have been Jason Niles. Yes, it was. Big impact to the inside wall. Caution is on the Speedway here for the third time today. You look away for 1 second and you almost miss it. Thank goodness for instant replay. Let's take a look. Oh, contact with Johnston. Jason did a pretty good job there. I know he got the wall, but a good job to gather the car up and keep it out of approaching traffic. And it looks like that one started when the 32 got into the wall himself. Bounced off the safer barrier and into the right side of the 88, sending him down the racetrack. Pit stop's underway. Brian McCann comes to a stop in his pit box as the race leader. Aaron Smith has gone around in pit lane. We'll see who gets out of here first. Drops the jack, just topping off fuel for the 3. Looks like Brian's going to be the first out. Aaron Smith stayed on the racetrack. So with that, we'll jump out one more time here, get another break. We'll be back after this.
I met Marco Scarza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
R&R Racewear, your source to all custom racewear apparel needs, and home to iRacing apparel. Check it out today at rnrracewear.com.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full-service in-house brokerage, drop lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC Series, Kyle Steffens UMP Modified and Silver Crown Driver, and Gordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws late model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net or find us on Facebook. Checkered flag. Contact and Brian Rose wins it. A photo finish at the line. Oh, we got a wreck. Will Hewitt's through the trial for the final time, and oh, they're wrecking. Big trouble. Vincent Short sneaks through, and I think Short... Back at Kentucky Speedway, you can see the pace car lights are off. That means one thing and one thing only. We are on the 1 to go. So the next time by here in just over half a lap, we'll be back green flag racing. Brandon Mefford will lead everyone down. Some drivers opting for a late pit stop here, even though we're on the 1 to go. Your front row will be Brandon Mefford, Aaron Smith. Row 2 will be Larry Bruner and Brian McCann. Jaden Hopp having a little connection issue there. See him blinking in and out. Hopefully that goes away quickly here. He's still not in the picture. Worst timing possible here for that to happen. He does pop back in, thankfully. Mefford out to the early lead. Aaron Smith there, a car length and a half off the back bumper here as we approach lap 52. Top 3 spread out pretty decently already. Don't forget though, Mefford does have fresher tires. Able to pull out a little bit of an advantage over Aaron Smith. Pay attention to the battle here once again. Jason Nilges and Garrett Johnson, remember they came together here in that last caution. It was inadvertent. Nonetheless, it sent the 88 machine hard down to the inside wall. You can see now the damage to left front. That left front tire sticking out pretty significantly. Not a great aero advantage, but it may help keep the left front tire a little bit cooler. Now it just disappears for a moment. Carnathan running back in the 5th position. That battle continuing. Carnathan goes by Brian McCann. I don't know if Brian is just in a very safe mode right now as he does continue to drop back. Gets the right side in the fence though. Brian McCann in the wall. A very uncharacteristic mistake out of the driver, the number 3. McCann now back into the 7th spot, losing some ground. Johnson trying to make a move for position here on Larry Bruner. Bruner up the racetrack, number 35 in the high lane. Johnston takes the position with ease down low. About 4 laps shy of halfway here at Kentucky Speedway. Mefford continues to lead over the 16 of Mike McDonald. Remember, McDonald's been very fast here today. He also took an opportunity to take some tires on the most recent caution. His pit stop coming at lap 47. It's 4 tires and fuel for the 16. He's going to be on the hunt here for Brandon Mefford to lead some laps. The deficit now 1.2 seconds. Back to the 16 machine. We'll see how long it takes him to reel him in. Last lap for The race leader was a 31.99. Last lap for the second place machine of Mike McDonald was identical, 31.99. With all that said, the fast driver on the racetrack, the 82 was Stan Carnathan. He ran a 31.88. But let's not forget Garrett Johnston, back in 7th, 31.75. So fast race cars still here in the top 10. May not necessarily see it, just given the deficits between each car, but there is still plenty of action to be had here. Brian McCann continuing to free fall through the field. He's back to the 9th position and under attack for more. Larry Bruner, along with Doug Wysocki, both making their way around the 3. McCann now back to P10. Lap 60 up on the board. That's going to put us halfway here from Kentucky Speedway. Mike McDonald has certainly closed the gap on Brandon Mefford there. He's less than a car length as he drives it down into turns 1 and 2, challenging for the race lead. Just past halfway, Mefford has been strong all afternoon. Mike McDonald has been flashy throughout the pack. Now he's up in the 2nd spot, challenging Mefford for the race lead. McDonald looking to the high side. McDonald with the outside line. He's going to have a big run down the backstretch. He's got the spot. McDonald now, your race leader, goes around Brandon Mefford and takes it away. William Tyndall closing in as well. He took tires on his pit stop at lap 47 as well, so he's about 15 lap fresher rubber underneath the 3rd place machine. He's going to do probably the same thing we just saw out of the 16. Whether it's top or bottom, he's going to pass Mefford for the position. He's going to put himself in the 2nd spot. Mefford now up the racetrack out of turn 4. Tyndall to the bottom. Stan Carnathan back in the 4th position. He's going to challenge as well. He made a pit stop at lap 49. Looks like it was fuel only. Unknown when he took tires last. Oh, car in the wall. The 62 gets in the fence off turn 2. Mefford's going to try and go back around. Looked to be a pretty significant impact for the 62 of William Tyndall. Keeps it on the bottom of the racetrack, still at speed. Not too terribly damaged on the right side, just some scrapes and bruises. I think they'll survive. But 65 laps in here, we're going to take our first HBR TV side-by-side break. Stay with us, folks. We'll be right back.
I met Marco Scarza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Back at Kentucky Speedway, lap 72 is up on the board. Race leader Mike McDonald over Stan Carnathan. The 62 of William Tyndall, Garrett Johnston, Rick Kelly. Some unfamiliar faces here at the front of the field. Remember, Brandon Mefford was relatively dominant early on here. He's now back into the 16th spot. He made a pit stop at lap 67. Mefford 11.7 seconds in the pit box, so likely fuel only for the 83, saving a set for the latter stages. So far, it seems like this might be working out okay for him. We'll see if he can maintain his position on the lead lap or maybe get lucky enough to grab a caution here late. Following up here on the stream chat, we got Lindsay MW saying number 4 and number 70 for the win. I'm kind of embarrassed to say here that it's taken me till right now to realize that Lynn-Say is probably just Lindsay. That's my guess. If you're still watching, let us know. So looking at her top 20 here right now, Aaron Smith 1 lap down as well, but he's the first car 1 lap down. Would be the beneficiary of that lucky dog if the caution were to come out. Then the next car is Brandon Mefford in the 83. A lot of different strategies at play. That's kind of been the mantra of the season here in the IROC Challenge Series, with light fuel loads, only a couple sets of tires available for the drivers to use over the wall. Forces everybody to be in everybody's head trying to figure out, all right, what's this guy doing? What do I need to do? How long's this race? How bad's the tire fall off? How much fuel do I need? All of that. Those strategies all coming into play here at Kentucky. Well, Mike McDonald continues to lead this race. Little wiggle out of turn 4 into the tri-oval. Gets it down to the bottom. 82 of Carnathan running back in the second spot. 1.75 seconds back. 23 machine that you see in the frame. Not on the lead lap. That's Cook Quick. Meanwhile, Doug Wysocki in the pits. Scheduled stop for the 34. It's a fuel-only stop for Doug. 34 sits in the pit box here, 11 seconds, 12.43 seconds. The pit stop time. Matt Kopp, the number 22, also heading down pit road. Green flag stops underway here at Kentucky Speedway. Could be fuel only for Matt Kopp as well. Mike McDonald from the race lead. Going to be fuel only for the 16 machine as well. 12.1 seconds the time. Garrett Johnston in the pits. Meanwhile, Stan Carnathan has taken over the race lead here, up 18 positions. And just like that, William Tyndall takes it over. Battle for the lead. Side by side out of turn 4. Tyndall on the bottom, Carnathan up top. Tyndall's going to take it with ease. Now, he did make his pit stop at lap 47. I know it's a ways to go here at lap 80, but he did take tires for Carnathan's pit stop at 49. He did not. The caution is out. Brian McCann in trouble. Definitely a rarity. We've seen him make one mistake earlier tonight. It was minor. Got the right side of the fence, continued on. see what happened. Just loose on entry, trying to chase it up the track. Maybe some contact with Chris Wally, but I don't think so. So that's going to trap a majority of the drivers a lap down. Brian McCann, the first car, 1 lap down. Given he's part of that caution, I don't think he'll get the lucky dog here. William Tyndall in the pits here under this caution. Remember his last pit stop, I think it was about 47, 49 in the box. It's going to take tires here. It'll be his last set of tires. I'm going to make that assumption here with about 28 laps to go. I don't know, my math's horrible. More than that. It's 38 laps to go. 39 if you count the last lap. Tyndall's down and away, though. He's going to come back out as the race leader. So again, that caution, the 4th of the day, coming out at an inopportune time. Kind of right in the middle of a green flag pit stop cycle. It's trapping a lot of these drivers a lap down, but I think there may be some cycling through that we'll have to follow up on here as we get back to green here in just a little bit. Tyndall's your race leader, then it's Stan Carnathan, Jaden Hopp your top 3, Jason Nilgis, Cook Quick the top 5, though Cook Quick and Nilgis in the pits at the moment. Neil Quick comes down pit lane, again not on the lead lap at the time of caution. Neil takes his time getting into the pit box. He's going to take tires. We heard drivers say, watch out for the 2 here tonight. I know he's back in 18th. Not on the lead lap. But he's still got that shot. So you see where the 62 of William Tyndall is sitting right now. There's a lot of cars up ahead of him. I would imagine that as we get the 1 to go, a lot of those drivers ahead of the 62 are going to get the wave around. Again, when the caution came out, we had only about 5 cars, maybe less, on the lead lap. Things have cycled around a little bit to clean that up. We'll get a more accurate picture of it here in just a moment. So there you have it. Cars ahead of the race leader. Going on by the pace car. They're going to get the wave around. Carnathan goes around the outside. Tyndall smart. Not pushing his throttle down too much harder. He wants to save as much fuel as humanly possible. Hear him coasting once again to catch up to the pace car. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the actual fuel run is, the fuel window, I guess you could call it. How long these guys can actually go on a full tank of fuel. Do they need to pit one more time before this one's out? We just don't know yet.
Not going, I don't think.
And we're going to go an extra lap here. Pace car lights come back on, trying to get those wave around cars lined up where they need to be. See the field working through 3 and 4 here right now. Still some back markers trying to get caught up, so we'll let them do just that here. We're going to go another lap around, but in the meantime, we're getting another break out of the way. We'll be back after this. Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full-service in-house brokerage, drop-lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC Series, Kyle Steffens UMP Modified and Silver Crown Driver, and Gordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws Late Model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net or find us on Facebook.
R&R Racewear, your source to all custom racewear apparel needs, and home to iRacing apparel. Check it out today at rnrracewear.com.
Checkered flag. Contact and Brian Rose wins it. A photo finish at the line. Oh, we got a wreck. Will Hewitt's through the trial for the final time, and oh, they're wrecking. Big trouble. Vincent Short sneaks through, and I think Short. Back at Kentucky Speedway, pace car hits pit lane. Field ready for the restart. You see how many are single file behind the race leaders.
Green flag.
Good jump for Tyndall. He's off and running. Bad restart for Car Nathan. Hop's going to take the position. Field drives back down into turns 1 and 2. Jaden Hop takes over the top spot on the restart. Tyndall back to P2. Battle for the third position. No, not the case. Neil Quick's not on the lead lap for the time being, but Aaron Smith is. He takes the spot away. He's up into the third position. Now Neil Quick going to go up there and try to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. Scrapes the wall in the entry to turn 3. Aaron Smith now to the outside of Tyndall. He's going to take the second spot with ease. Aaron Smith made his pit stop at lap 66. He took tires. That was a while ago, 22 laps or so. He's able to take care of him very well as he's closing in down the back of the 2 of Neil Quick. Again, Quick not on the lead lap currently. 17th, 1 lap down. The first car, 1 lap down. So if we get the caution, that's our lucky dog recipient. But things go really well. He's going to reel in Jaden Hop here and take the lap back himself. Won't have to worry too much about it. Meanwhile, Jaden Hop has just run his fastest lap of the day at 31.12, fastest overall. Brian McCann having an issue that does not bring out the caution here. Not sure exactly what it was. We'll see if our cameras caught it. Oh, contact with McDonald, and he gets into the 5. They both spin down through the grass. McCann very wise to keep it out of pit lane in that instance. He would have been dinged for a pit road speeding penalty, even though he was wrecked down that way. But no caution for that incident. Brian McCann back in 21st. It's going to be a tough points day for the 3. So Hop out to a 1 3/4 seconds advantage over the 70 of Aaron Smith. Big wiggle for Neil Quick out of turn 4. Jason Niles is still hanging tough within the top 10 with his damage. Brandon Mefford back into 10th after leading some laps early here on in this race. Alongside Chris Wally for a moment. Wally running back in the 20th position. McDonald and Cook Quick almost coming together for a moment. Brandon Mefford under attack from the 10th spot. Cook Quick charging hard. Mefford takes the 9th spit from Jason Niles. Or does he? Niles is still outside. Out of turn 2, Quick with a good run. Gets alongside. Takes the position with ease. Now move Quick into the 9th spot. Mefford maintains P10. Brian McCann going to work his way back through the field. Having a tough go of it here tonight. Was fast early on, battled and led some laps. Now finds himself currently last. Mike McDonald and the 5 of Trevor Quick battling. Quick to the inside, has the spot for now. Mefford up the racetrack again. Now the 5 of Trevor Quick going to take that position away. Mefford now down in the 11th spot as some drivers hitting pit road here. This will be the final stop of the day, coming with 25 laps to go. Garrett Johnston, Mike McDonald, both very quick here tonight. One final stop. Some of our early race leaders in pit lane. Aaron Smith pulls off and hits his pit road for the last time. Tires going on the McDonald machine. So McDonald down and away. 4 tires and fuel. Chris Wally exiting pit lane as well. Right side's on the number 70 machine. Crew around to the left. 4 tires and Sunoco Racing fuel. He's down and away. Aaron Smith rejoins in the 15th spot with 23 laps to go. Hop continues to lead over the 82 by 7 full seconds. Curious to see how long he can go here. He might need to make one more stop as well. But with 22 laps to go, we've got to get our final HBR TV side-by-side break out of the way. Stay with us, folks. You won't miss a minute. We'll be right back.
I met Marco Scarza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
I met
Back in Kentucky Speedway, you can see we have a new race leader, Rick Kelly, the number 31. 3.2 seconds over Stan Carnathan. 15 laps to go. Cook Quick up into the third spot. William Tyndall fourth. Jason Nolges your top five. Neil Quick up into the sixth position as John Osborne hits pit lane. Rick Kelly's last pit stop coming at lap 79. And not knowing exactly what the pit window is, be curious to see if he can make it all the way to the race finish. Jaden Hopp hanging on there in the seventh position. Remember, his pit stop lap 99 did take 4 tires, so he's going to have some pace out here for sure. Won't be long before he reels in Neil Quick. Neil Quick's pit stop lap 81. Slow stop too, 17.15 seconds for the two. Looks like that Hopp takes it away. Quick up the racetrack just a bit. Aaron Smith closing in now. He's in 8th for the time being. Jaden Hop now goes around Jason Nile. Just Hop back into the top 5 here with less than 12 laps to go. Currently your top 9 drivers on the lead lap, but for how long? You got the 0-0 of Mike Cook back in the 9th spot. It's 28 seconds back. They're running laps about 32.5 seconds as the race leader. So he's going to reel him in and catch him soon enough. The 0-2 for Adam Johnson would be the lucky dog if the caution were to come out right now. Now, Nile just back in the 9th spot. He is going to be the next one on the block here as far as going down a lap to Rick Kelly. Aaron Smith hanging it out of the corner. Brandon Mefford back in 14th. Mefford's got that fresh set of tires. I just don't think there's enough time left in the race for it really to come to full use. Nine laps to go. Rick Kelly, your race leader over the 82 of Stan Carnathan. It's a deficit of about 7 seconds back to the 82. If Kelly's trying to save fuel, he's got a little bit of playing room to work with.
Caution.
And a caution is on the Speedway.
All right, about your car, bud.
Kelly was just getting ready to come to pit lane as the yellow comes out. I think Larry Bruner may have been involved in this one. Tough to say exactly. Let's try and get a look at it. Yep, Larry Bruner and Neil Quick out of turn 4. Let's back this up a little further here. Let's try to get the backstory on it, see exactly how this one happened. Again, the middle of 3 and 4. Bruner to the outside of the 2. The first perspective, it looked like Neil might have just lost it. No, he just comes up the track a bit, gets into the left door. Bruner had some room to his outside, but maintained his lane. Quick comes up just a hair. They do make contact. Looks like both drivers keep it out of the wall. But that puts us under caution. Now Rick Kelly is going to be able to make that pit stop under yellow flag conditions. Let's see if he's got tires left. If he does, he's got a really good shot at this. Rick Kelly hitting pit lane into the box, nice and easy. Just fuel. No tires left for the 31. Quick stop, he's down and away. Stan Carnathan, Cook Quick, Neil Quick. So for the time being, William Tyndall is your race leader. Again, his pit stop coming at lap 81. I'm kind of surprised he didn't come down to top off. Maybe he feels he saved enough fuel to make it last. Jaden Hoppin second, Aaron Smith, Rick Kelly, Stan Carnathan the top 5, and Jason Nilges, Cook Quick, Brian McCann, Jeff No, Mike McDonald your top 10, Brandon Mefford and Trevor Quick back 11th and 12th. Those are all your lead lap cars. Then it's Doug Wysocki, he's in the lucky dog position. Larry Bruner involved in that caution, Mike Cook, Neil Quick. You got the 0-2 of Adam Johnson, John Osborne, Chris Wally, and Johnston now in 20th, back 1 lap down. Getting some wave around cars to contend with here as we cross the line for 6 laps to go. Hard to say exactly here. It looks like we're still pace car lights on. So next time by should be the one to go. That would be 5 laps to go, then 4 to go at the stripe when we go back to green. That's if they don't extend this. Then it could be 3 to go. A 3-lap shootout to settle it here at Kentucky Speedway. Aaron Smith's pit stop coming at lap 96. He did take 4 tires and fuel. Same can be said for Jaden Hopp. His lap at lap 99 is pit stop. So a few laps fresher by comparison. Not sure how this one's going to shake out, but it's going to be fun to watch. Those of you still here in the broadcast, make sure you tune in next week, September 11th, here at HBR TV. Chicagoland Speedway is going to be the race destination, the IROC Challenge Series. And there you have it, on the one to go. Let's see if it sticks. Last time they had a bunch of wave-around cars, they had to extend the caution an extra lap. I don't know if they really want to do that here with just 4 to go, but to keep it fair and equal for everyone, maybe they will. We'll see. We got Lindsay MW, top 5 at least for the 4. See, now you're going to jinx him. If he gets into the wall here and finishes last, it's on you. Field's still trying to get caught up here. We're halfway down the back straightaway. See what the race officials do here.
We're going next time. Going next time.
And they have turned the lights back on here, so we're going to go the next time by. Lindsay MW says, I know what he can do. That's my son. Well, that's really cool. I'm glad that the parents can pop in here and watch these races too. You're certainly not the first mom or dad to pop into these broadcasts and cheer on their kids driving. It's always good to see the support. But either way, you got to knock on some wood there, just to be safe. Jerry Krause says, "Go Jay." He's been saying that since the drop of the green flag. A lot of supporters out here. Jaden Hopp. Going to have to make the move of the outside here and try and pass the 62. Jaden does have the freshest set of tires amongst those top 3. Really amongst the top 4. Cook Quick, well, top 5. Yeah, Cook Quick pit at lap 113. And he appears that looks like he did take tires, so he's going to be fast out of the box. The number 23, that white and blue machine in the high lane. It's going to have some work to do here. Not a whole lot of time to get it done. Jerry Krause, I rock and roll every Monday night. Glad to hear it. Thank you for being here.
Holding 1 to go.
So pace car lights are back on here. Not sure the scenario here. I can't imagine they needed to get everyone formed up still after that full extra lap. The wave arounds, unless they're trying to work out positioning. Someone thinks they're in a different spot and they shouldn't be, so we're going to go around again. Quick getting the wave around, or the lucky dog. Not sure the situation there. He was involved in that caution. Not sure why he'd be getting the wave around, but we'll have to dig into that one later on. Usually if you're involved in the yellow, you're not eligible. So, pace car lights are off once again. This time for sure. We're on lap 117. It'll be lap 118 when we go back green. So This is kind of going to be like a natural green-white checkered. Well, more like a green-white checkered. No, it'll be a green-white. So, green-white checkered finish, get ready to shape up. An unofficial green-white checkered finish. This is more of a natural one, so this doesn't count towards the 3 that we're allotted to use. So if the caution comes out before the field gets back to the white, we'll line it up and do it again. Pace car makes the hard left down pit lane.
Green flag.
Lap and a half to go. Battle for the race lead. Jaden Hop to the outside of Tyndall. Down into turn number 3. Takes the race lead, but battling back in the bottom. It's the 62, but don't look now. Here comes the 70 of Aaron Smith. Door-to-door contact for the second spot out of turn 4. Aaron Smith has it. He goes topside. Coming to the white flag. Last lap from Kentucky, Jaden Hop. He's got to go one more time around here and hold off a hard-charging Aaron Smith. Can he do it? Down into turns 1 and 2. 2 car lengths the advantage over Aaron Smith. Down the back straightaway, and Hop blinks out for just a second. Don't do that to us now. Down the back straightaway into turn 3 for the final time. Jaden Hop looking for a win. A checkered flag and holding off one of the best. Aaron Smith out of turn 4, not going to get it done. Jaden Hop, he's going to be your race winner as he crosses the stripe and wins at Kentucky. Jaden Hop, your race winner. First win on the season. He's shown promise many, many times. Hop and Smith finishing 1-2 for those paying attention in the stream chat. Jaden Hop very happy behind the wheel of that number 4 machine. I give him a 9.5 on the race and about a 4 on the burnouts, but I guess we'll let it slide. With that, we'll step aside here, get a quick break out of the way, be back with our top 3 finishers in the broadcast booth. After this, stay with us. We'll be right back.
I met Marco Scarza when we were doing radiothons for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. We needed sponsors to help us raise money, and he's always the first one to jump in. I would describe Marcos and his team as upstanding, someone you can trust, and he is just a genuine guy.
Marcos has been very generous. He has a genuine concern for people. You need somebody that cares about you. And that's what Marcos is, and that's pretty much what this firm is.
The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Spartan Transportation and Spartan Logistic Management is your one source for all your shipping needs. 53-foot dry van shipments, auto transport shipments, full-service in-house brokerage, drop-lot facilities, just-in-time deliveries to all auto manufacturers, facilities in St. Louis, Missouri, Kansas City, Missouri, and Indianapolis, Indiana. Spartan Logistics LLC, proud sponsor of the IROC Series, Kyle Steffens UMP Modified and Silver Crown Driver, and Gordy Gundaker, World of Outlaws Late Model. Visit us at spartan-logistics.net or find us on Facebook.
R&R Racewear, your source to all custom racewear apparel needs, and home to iRacing apparel. Check it out today at rnrracewear.com.
Back at Kentucky Speedway, Jaden Hopp with the race win here from the outside front row, holding off hard-charging Aaron Smith there in the late stages. Let's pull Jaden up into the broadcast booth, get a word with our race winner. Jaden, it's Steve in the HBR TV broadcast booth. You got us? Jaden Hopp, it's Steve in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, I got you.
Jaden, congratulations, man. Outside front row to qualify. You take the race win here at Kentucky. Walk us through the closing laps, that natural green-white checkered finish, and how you held off Aaron Smith.
I kind of got lucky to get as good of a jump as I did on the outside because I thought I was going to be at the mercy of the guys that took tires on the last caution.
Well, tire-wise, you were actually in pretty good shape. I mean, your last stop was at lap, I think, 99. You took tires then. Aaron Smith was 96. He took tires. Tyndall was 81, so he dropped back pretty quick. Nevertheless, it was a great job holding off a hard-charging Aaron Smith. We all know how fast he is. He's already got a bunch of race wins here this season. You hold him off. You take the victory here for your first win on the season. How do you feel about rolling into next week out at Chicagoland?
I think pretty decent. I'm usually all right at Chicagoland, so I think it'll go pretty good.
Very similar style racetrack that you're going to have to contend with, so we expect to see good things out of the driver, the number 4, next week. Jaden, again, congratulations. A great win here tonight at Kentucky. Who do you want to thank before we let you go?
I'd like to thank you guys for putting on the broadcast and my mom, grandma, and uncle for watching the race.
All right, Jaden, they were certainly very active in the stream chat tonight, so we appreciate them being here as well as you winning this race. Nice job. Certainly wish you the best of luck next week out at Chicagoland.
Thank you.
Jaden Hopp, your race winner. Man, a few words, but he got it done tonight for sure. Let's see if we can pull Aaron Smith up into the broadcast booth next. Get a word with our pole sitter and runner-up. Aaron Smith, it's Steve with HBR TV. You got us?
Yeah, I've got you.
Dejected is the voice I'm hearing right now. Aaron Smith winning the pole position here tonight. Late charge to try and win this thing. Wasn't able to reel in Jaden Hopp. What did you need? And I don't want to hear you say a lap or two, because we all know what it really would have taken. I think another lap or so you might have been there, but maybe not. He did have a few lap fresher tires, but what did it look like from the windshield of your number 70 machine?
Yeah, I knew it was going to be difficult once he came out of the pits ahead of me on that last run. With that tire advantage he had there, and the fact that he's one of the only people in this car who isn't professionally associated that's been able to get that kind of effort out of me is certainly made for some trouble. But yeah, just one spot too late there. Getting stuck behind the 62 on the bottom didn't help, but he was doing his thing. It went well, so I didn't wreck anybody. It couldn't have gone much better, honestly.
Definitely a bonus not wrecking anybody, but as far as tonight goes, still a solid points night. You've got a great season forming up here, a bunch of wins already, rolling that momentum into Chicagoland Speedway next week. How do you feel about your chances out there?
Well, I like Chicagoland, so if we can keep from all the wrecks going into the pit lane next week, I should have a solid shot at it, so I'm looking forward to it.
So are we, Aaron. Again, congratulations. Solid runner-up finish here at Kentucky. Who do you want to shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all the folks at the IROC Challenge for putting the show on, you for broadcasting, all the folks for watching. I'd also like to thank all the lap cars who played nice tonight. It was always pleasant getting to them and having them wave me by. So if we can keep that up, it'll be a peaceful season. So I'm looking forward to seeing how the rest of it goes.
Good things for sure. Again, Aaron, congratulations, man. Best of luck next week.
All right, thank you.
Aaron Smith, your runner-up here at Kentucky Speedway. Next, we're going to go to William Tyndall, the driver, the number 62. Let's see if we can pull him up and get a word with our third-place finisher, William Tyndall. It's Steve in the HBR TV booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I hear you. What's going on?
William, congratulations, man. Third-place finish. You were strong out there, led some laps. A contender right from the get-go. Started 8th, top 3 finish. I mean, you can't complain too much about it. Was there anything you could have done differently with a better result maybe to win this race?
If I'd have had sticker tires, I think I could have won it.
Well, yeah, tires kind of do win races.
Yeah, I think my tires were about 10 laps older than the 70s and the 4s. I was hoping that I could keep the lead for that first lap, and then maybe I'd have had a chance on the last lap to make a move or do something. But they got by me right off of turn 2, and it was over. I was just trying to hold third. It was better than I thought I was going to do. I'm happy with it.
Well, something for the notebook. Your pit stop came at lap 81. The race winner, Jaden Hopp, was lap 99. Aaron Smith was 96. So 14 to 19 laps or something to that effect. You did a pretty darn good job, I got to say, trying to hold those guys off and hanging out of that third-place finish. Cook Quick was really on your tail there at the end. 113 was his lap, and he pit at pit 113. He had fresh tires as well, so good job holding him off as well. Nonetheless, a solid top 3 finish here at Kentucky Speedway. We roll into another racetrack next week that's similar to Kentucky at Chicagoland Speedway. How do you feel about your odds next week?
Well, hopefully if I'm able to make it, I'm really comfortable there at Chicago. I'm on call with the railroad, so I'm not able to make every week, but when I do, I'd like to be competitive, so hoping I'll be there next week, and if I am, I think I'll have a good chance for another top 5.
Well, fingers crossed you're able to run next week. Certainly competitive is what we see out of you just about week in and week out that you are here. So that's fun to watch. Again, congratulations on a third-place finish. Who do you want to thank before we let you go?
Just Chris Wiley for letting me come race, and my buddy Jason for telling me about the league. It's fun. I enjoy a good league.
Well, fair enough, man. Thanks for talking to us. Wish you the best of luck next week at Chicagoland.
All right, you guys have a good one. Thank you.
William Tyndall, your third-place finisher here tonight at Kentucky. That's going to wrap up the interview portion of our broadcast. Let's take a moment here, get a look at our race results. Of course, Jaden Hopp takes the checkered flag. He wins it here tonight. Aaron Smith was second. William Tyndall was third. Cook Quick comes home in the 4 spot. Strong run for the 23. Stan Carnathan was 5th. Jeff Noe was 6th. Rick Kelly finishes in the 7th position. Mike McDonald, a strong run tonight as well. He finishes 8th. Brandon Mefford also leading laps this evening. He finishes in the 9th spot. Trevor Quick and Neil Quick, 10th and 11th. Jason Nilgis was 12th. Mike Cook was 13th. Doug Wysocki, 14th. John Osborne finishes in the 15th position. 16th went to Larry Bruner. Garrett Johnston was 17th. Adam Johnson, 18th. Chris Wally, 20th. Tough night for Brian McCann. Strong early, finishes 20th, though, 2 laps down. And Matt Kopp, 21st, also 2 laps down. Shotgun on the field here tonight. Thank you guys all for tuning in. If you haven't checked out the website already, please do, hbrtv1.com. You can find the live broadcast there in most cases, if I don't forget to put it up there. Also, a couple of channels for some race photos. There's a link in there also if you do any kind of painting for iRacing cars. If you need a fun logo that's difficult to find, sometimes I got them up there. And if you've got a logo that is difficult to find that I don't have posted there, let me know in the Discord. Send it my way. I'll get it posted so others can have that advantage as well. As far as the broadcast itself, thank you guys all for tuning in to youtube.com/@HBRTV1. Of course, also over on IROC TV. We dual stream to both platforms week in and week out. We thank you guys for tuning in, whatever platform you choose to watch it from. As long as you're here watching, that's all we care about. Thanks for watching, everybody. Congratulations to Jaden Hopp winning tonight here at Kentucky. We'll see you all next week out at Chicago.